Welcome back, villains and other scoundrels in the worlds of video games. This is The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion, where just goes to show what revealing aspects you can create in your game experience by a little outside-the-box thinking, a little disregard for the etiquette, and also the quorum in which the characters and denizens of Oblivion will deal and do business with each other. We have descended upon Cheydinhal after taking care of Bruma and its repeatable roster of essential characters. There are many characters that are not essential in Cheydinhal. We'll take them down, we'll take their property, we'll take their lives, we'll take them out of the game entirely.
So what is that full quote?
By the Nine Divines, assault!
Okay.
Assault! It's just so funny how when the guards are just pursuing you, it's not treated as combat. So if you attack them, you're not in combat, and the nice peaceful going through town music just keeps right on going.
Stop.
123,000 gold bounty.
So, are we going to get up to 900,000, Mr. Cloud?
We're not going to get up to 900,000. Honestly, I don't think there are enough characters in the game to get a bounty of 900,000. Not easily, anyway. Like, you would have to go around the world of Cyrodiil maybe like 3 or 4 times. You gotta wait for the guards to regenerate in each of the towns, because you can't regenerate any of, like, the townspeople. Once they're dead, but guards, they just keep coming back.
And there are no individual NPCs that are worth 100,000 bounty on their own.
Precisely, which, and you raise a good point, too, is that all are equal under the eyes of the law in Cyrodiil as governed by the Imperial City.
Come on, there are multiple quest lines that are about political corruption in Cyrodiil.
Yeah, but if you kill somebody important, the punishment is 1,000 gold fine. If you kill somebody who's unimportant, the punishment is 1,000 gold fine. As in, a life is a life, and you know what? I like that the Imperials at least will treat people with the same amount of respect by saying, okay, if you kill a beggar, we're gonna punish you just as severely if you just murdered, like, one of the council. Take your panties off!
This is supposed to be a church. Why were they allowed to bring in their bows?
Well, they gotta have some means of self-defense. I mean, what if the demons come inside?
But it's a church. The church is supposed to be proof of demons.
No, it's supposed to be about the same level of resistance as the rest of Tamriel. But that's not stopping the Daedra of Oblivion from coming in and screwing things up for everybody. I find this like a form of penance. You are sinners. And in your penitent ways, you will surrender to me your clothing, your properties, and let me take naked pictures of you and share them on the internets.
We will also confiscate all of your cheese wheels.
I'm confiscating your stolen cheese.
So
let me say,
this is actually a crypt. Is there any significant questline involved with the Cheydinhal crypt?
I think with the Cheydinhal crypt, yes, because there's a Dark Brotherhood quest in which you have to help somebody fake their death by making it look like a Dark Brotherhood assassin, i.e., the player, come in and kill the guy. Because another party that was interested in taking the life of this character would have been denied that, and then they realize, oh, well, a death is a death. They're dead. I can't kill him any more than he's already dead, so we're gonna consider the contract complete, and we're gonna leave him alone. And then you come to the Chapel Undercroft, where, kind of like in Romeo and Juliet, that Juliet had only just taken a potion that made it look like she was dead, but she wasn't actually dead. So we revive him. He goes on his merry way. He goes into the witness protection program or something, and then we get the reward from the Dark Brotherhood for not killing the guy who was supposed to kill him.
So what would Oblivion's version of witness protection be? Perfect camouflage?
I mean, you just let's say you were living on the Gold Coast, well, now you're gonna move to Leyawiin. No, nobody goes to Leyawiin. It's where the lizard people live. The poor guy was just having breakfast in his own bedroom.
One of the best places to have breakfast.
I agree. Breakfast in bed. Service with a tray with metal tankards, bread, and cheese wheels. Hey, boys, what's up?
I am noticing that there aren't actually all that many important quest-related NPCs in Cheydinhal, though.
There's no need to get violent.
Okay, we got Burz Grokash. What quest is he tied to?
Probably he's a Fighters Guild recruiter.
Okay.
The game will let you dilly-dally and screw around with some of the characters and some of the systems in the game. Also, take notice that Burz is using a glass mace, and glass maces do lots and lots of damage because that's a high-level type of weapon. The base damage on that is way higher than the silver swords we've been used to getting hit by. The game makers made a good choice by making it so no matter how badly you want to stretch the boundaries of what this game would allow, and also getting hit and taking freaking 30 health damage from one swing because of this guy, you can't access glass equipment until you're like a level. You have to be at least a level 20 to start seeing glass equipment, but that's not going to stop the game from equipping some characters with glass equipment.
Right.
The Fighters Guild is still open. Despite the Mages Guild being the first target of our assassination spree, as long as you complete the Mages Guild reconciliation quest, you can rejoin the Mages Guild. After you clear the 130,000 gold bounty on your head, of course.
So, how many hours of mine labor is 130,000 gold, Mr. Cloud?
Mining labor. How about just lying in bed and waiting for your sentence to be up? Because there's no cruel and unusual punishment in Cyrodiil, which I suppose is one of the advantages of just accepting that the hegemonic nature of how the Imperials govern their lands. When you get, whether your bounty is 1 gold or your bounty is, well, stupidly high like mine is right now, the punishment is the same. These guys are trying to put me into bed, saying, no, I like being awake. And making noise, and then Mom and Dad come in and say, stop, you violated the law. Anybody home?
Yeah, you have a detect life spell, Mr. Cloud, so...
We have an increasingly useful detect life spell, Mr. Gerdet, because as lives become scarce, so too must we hone our powers of detection.
So what, we've already gone through this, but what does School of Magic's detect life again?
It's mysticism.
Mysticism.
And you will see as the playthrough goes on that I will occasionally level up in mysticism, because that's how quickly you can get leveled up in mysticism, is just by using detect life over and over again. Stupid blue marker.
And...
Tag, you're it. Oh, stay back.
But it's raining outside, Mr. Cloud. Do you remember trying to play tag in the rain?
Probably at least once. It was probably one of those deals of like, hey, guys, maybe we should, like, slow down a bit, because I'm slipping and sliding. I'm going to get grass stains on my socks.
Okay, but the thing about that, Mr. Cloud, is if you're getting grass stains on your socks, then your socks are specifically exposed. And if your socks are specifically exposed, then you probably aren't wearing long enough pants to cover them.
Exposure. Funny. Or maybe I was wearing shorts.
Possible, but then again, your pants are still unable to cover your socks.
Yeah. Funny, now that we mention it, there are no shorts in this game. They got undergarments and bras, but no shorts. And who wears shorts? Nobody wears shorts.
Not even any trousers?
No, trousers. That's all you have for clothing options. It's either you can't expose your character above the knee unless you're not wearing pants.
By Aldos. Alright, so what quest line is Aldos tied to?
Stop!
A quest. Whether it's a side quest or the main quest, it's some kind of quest that the game does not want you to interfere with. Although then, and that's a question and discussion of, like, what reasoning did Bethesda and the developers of Oblivion take in order to say, okay, it's alright if the character shuts down this quest. It's okay that you killed the person for this quest, but not this quest. Because there are quests in this game that you can just be locked out of forever by killing the people who are involved, and it's saying, well, that sucks. I guess I can't do that quest anymore, but thankfully I got 599 other quests I can do. Geez, somebody fart in here?
Ooh, chain lightning.
Remember, take care against the magic users, because if you let your strong potion of healing button get too idle, then these guys are going to zap you in quick succession until you die, and if you die, well, you gotta start from the last save point.
Yeah.
Resistance to magic is kind of a difficult attribute to enchant on your equipment, because that would presuppose that you have a magic restoration spell that enables resist magic.
I mean, I totally know that we actually do have one of those. There is a spell to either resist magicka or fortify magicka.
Right. Fortify Magicka only improves your own capacity of magic. Resist magic, reflect magic, and absorb magic. Those affect what other characters can do with respect to how they behave in a combat situation with you.
Okay.
I think there's a greater power that you can get depending on your race choice or your class choice that will enable you to apply resist magic because it's treated as a spell. Breton, no. Breton has net. Ooh, actually, that's a good point there. Does just having resist magic on as a native ability give you the ability to enchant your armor or make spells that have resist magic? I think the answer is yes. The Lord is taking matters into his own hands. Steel bouquet?
And the Count's bodyguard.
Nobody steals bouquets on my watch. Okay, wise guy.
Yeah, this is Count Andal is part of one of those political intrigue quest lines. I remember starting his quest line and not actually finishing it because it's like you got to talk to a bunch of the people around the castle in order to do a murder investigation. But the answer wasn't just wasn't clicking with me, so I left it alone.
And in the next part, we're going to leave some matters a mystery, and we're going to leave others brightly illuminated and exposed. We'll see you next time.